for this match, our first referee, Fernando Velarde, national referee. The second referee is Angelo Howe, APC International Referee Candidate. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Opposite hitter from De La Salle University, number 7, interim team captain, Michelle Gumabao. Center from the Far Eastern University, number 1, Kyle Negrito. Middle blocker from the College of St. Benil, number 6, Pangs Panaga. Middle blocker from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 14, Bea De Leon. Outside spiker from FEU, number 19, Bernadette Pons. Outside spiker from the USA, number 22, Erica Staunton. Starting libero from FEU, number 11, Kyla Atienza. Head coach for the Cool Smashers is Sherwin Meneses. And now the starters for the Cignal HD Spikers. Outside spiker from San Beda University, number 7, team captain, Ces Molina. Opposite hitter from the Far Eastern University, number 10, Chin Chin Basas. Middle blocker from the National University, number 11, Jackie Acuna. Outside spiker from Venezuela, numero 15, Maria Perez. Middle blocker from the University of Santo Tomas, number 18, Ria Meneses. Center from FEU, number 22, Chel Cayuna. Starting libero from the University of the East, number 9, Judith Abil. Head coach for the HD Spikers is Shaq De Los Santos. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. It is Creamline versus Cignal. This is the PVL, the heart.
Starters for Creamline. Looks like both coaches sticking to the same starters from the last time these two teams met. Back in the reinforced, very exciting and grueling, sabi ni Franny, but heart-stopping and heart-breaking match for Cignal.
Well, definitely after that last matchup in the reinforced semifinals, they can't risk any experiment on today's lineup. They're really gonna be serious and start with their solid starters.
Franny did mention that both teams decided not to train yesterday and prioritize the rest. And kung isipin natin kasi Mela, tuloy-tuloy talaga. Hindi naman sila nagpahinga between conferences. And let's get things started here. Pangs Panaga with that first slide. Abil picked it up. Chance here for Cignal to score first. Molina. Bernadette Pons. Bonds, you know, I remember very well, Bella, early in the reinforce when you're talking about and calling the MVP chances of Bernadette Pons. And nagdilang ang Angel ka nga para kay MV Pons.
Well, for Creamline, kailangan talaga nila to rely on many attackers, especially because 5 out of the 10 best blockers in our list right now are from Cignal. So maganda yung naging strategy nila yesterday against Kurashiki to not heavily rely on MV Pons. Ces Molina committing an error there, very eager to target the deep cross.
Early lead here for Creamline. Of course, Bernadette Pons, I'm sure, still really on a high after that much-deserved double MVP titles that she garnered in the last conference. Oh, Basas could not get that up. And it's 3 straight points for Creamline, and Franny Reyes has a quick report.
Chicky and Mela, as mentioned earlier, both teams are coming off games yesterday. So aside from prioritizing rest, there's a common theme for both teams, and that is to be intentional. So I'll start with Erica Staunton. This has been her theme since yesterday's game, but right now it's important to be intentional against Cignal, to be very aware of their block, to stay aggressive all around, and of course to be intentional playing against someone as experienced and as skilled as MJ Perez. Now over on the side of MJ Perez, she did let me know that the last game they played against the Cool Smashers was really heartbreaking for her. She said it was harsh and it was something that she didn't feel good about at all. She felt like they could have finished that ball, but they did not, and that's something that she will be intentional about tonight. Every point, every set, every opportunity given to her, she will go all out so that she can help her team reach their end goal. This report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the game.
And of course, as you were making your report, Freddy, MJ Perez was able to score her first point. And we feel you, and we feel how she is looking to redeem herself and her team in this matchup. Pero huwag natin kalimutan, Mela, ang ganda na ng pinapakita ng Cignal so far dito sa Invitational.
And alam mo, magmamarka din talaga yun kay MJ kasi if I remember, I was watching that match. They were at 24-21, so 4 match points. And then a streak of errors started with MJ Perez and then the rest followed. So, kumbaga, athlete perspective talagang it's gonna haunt you. But definitely, she's back here today with a mission as she scores another point here against Creamline.
Clearly, the chemistry already is established between MJ Perez and the rest of the Cignal HD Spikers. And on the other side of things, Staunton also has really showed how comfortable she is playing the Creamline system. Perez. Oh, so much power behind that hit, and quickly she made 3 points. That's 3 in a row for MJ. Spike of the set brought to you by Duncan Pasalubong ng Bayan.
The thing about MJ Perez when she attacks, kahit medyo nakatagilid na, full force pa din eh. We see a lot of athletes doing those angled hits, pero pag nakatagilid sila, medyo bawas yung load. But for MJ, clearly all power in that last hit.
Good pick up by Jel Cayuna. Broken play. MJ will go. A little too much sauce on that one.
And that time, a bit overcooked. But definitely, great swing from MJ Perez. They're going to try to challenge that last call.
So far, 3 straight for MJ. And we see the trust, no? Ramdam na ramdam mo. Mela na si Jel Cayuna really knows that Perez is somebody that she can trust on the court.
And especially in this kind of matchup, porsyentuhan. Dahil in their last match, nakita rin natin how big of an impact both their imports are.
Ooh! It's actually in! Pati tayo.
The coaching staff.
From our angle, mukhang lumabas. But the coaching staff, you're right, talagang merong naka-assign na bantayan yung mga linya. That's a good call for Cignal, and that is point number 4 for MJ.
And this is how serious this game is, no? Not letting any point just slide.
And Staunton will get the lead back. Creamline, that is her first point.
Erica Staunton, specialty of the house, that deep cross. We've seen that a couple of times in her presence here for Creamline, and talagang mahirap bantayan for any of their opponents.
Back set. Pasas. Bantay naman ni Erica Staunton, now scoring off the offensive block.
That was an easy read for Staunton kasi itong si Chin Basas, makikita nyo on her approach, talaga nakaposition na siya na magda-drop ball siya. And, great anticipation from Staunton to also penetrate her hands.
Big serves from Michelle Gumabaw. First ace of the day.
This is the thing about the Cool Smashers. They aren't just about attacking, but their overall game have really improved through the years. And players whom we know na, ay, magaling lang to mag-block, magaling to sa atake, mataas porsyento niya, has also improved in other aspects.
There's Staunton, blocked this time. She's gonna go again, and Chin Basas just persistent. And look at Bea De Leon with her mind in the game. And that nose for the ball. Sinundan talaga yung bola. Creamline with a 4-point lead here in our first technical timeout.
Timeout score, 8 for Creamline, 4 for Cignal. serving for Creamline, Michelle Gumabao.
It's a 4-point lead after that 4-0 run by Creamline in this first set. MJ Perez with a wind-up.
Maria Perez.
That was a good try.
That was a beautiful hit from MJ Perez, but we can't deny that excellent set from Jel Cayuna. Look at that, napakagat sa gitna. Only leaving MJ Perez with just one blocker, and of course, the reinforcement taking advantage of that.
Good first ball by Kyla Atienza. Another chance here now for Creamline. Oh, miscommunication. Back row attack. Picked up by Gumabao. Staunton again. This time going down the line. Magugulat ka pag nag-down the line si Staunton.
That's right. I was gonna say the same thing, no? Usually yung mga ganong full approach ni Staunton, facing right, dun niya din dadalahin with just an extra clip. Pero cross court usually, but this time approaching the ball and going for the down the line, Chinchin Basas clearly not ready to defend.
That was a tough serve. And the over-receive. Cignal had to pay for. 2 points already for Pons.
Timeout.
Have a quick timeout.
Kailangan may magbago dyan. Mag-adjust tayo, ha? Boy, alam nila yung ano mo. Kung kailan ka magdadrop. Igawa mo na lang paraan mo na may set, ha? Sige, timing mo lang.
Sige,
O, pasa muna ulit, tapos atake tayo ng maayos, ha? Sige, go.
Come on, guys. Come on. Go. Let's go.
Still serving for Creamline, Erica Staunton.
Cignal needing to call for time because Creamline already with a 5-point lead. Pons taking it easy. MJ Perez with that jump, and this time definitely inside, no question.
The coverage of Cignal paying off. Ria Meneses has got a lot of touches from defense. And finally, MJ Perez finishing things off. Medyo umiwalay ang Creamline on that last run because kanina 4-all to, and Creamline successfully executed a run and they get it back after that Pons combination attack.
Again, the ever reliable and just a very steady Bernadette Pons, already with 3 points and nothing flashy. Mga pa-drop-drop lang ni Pons.
Dito rin yung nakikita natin talagang yung matchup, yung premier matchup that we featured earlier, no? Itong si Cayuna at Negrito. Ang dami nating nakikitang plays na iwan yung mga blockers from those combination plays executed by both these talented setters.
And this is where we will see really the points spread out across the different players, no? Kasi lahat talaga, she manages to, both teams, the setters manage to distribute the ball well. Uy! Nahuli ni Basas. And that was a tough one. Ball remains playable. Pero may tawag na 4 touches called against Cignal.
There was a confusion between Molina and Acuna.
12-7.
They lost count, especially Acuna, on that sequence. So ito yung sinasabi nila no, na errors na kailangan talaga maging mindful sila. Because these are very basic errors. And you can't have that against any of these teams.
Good pickup, Alea Torres, getting some playing time today. The loop player that Creamline picked up.
The lines judge called that ball out. We're not sure if the coaches are gonna call for a challenge, but si coach siya kasi medyo nandun din sa angle na yun eh, and it seems like he's also hesitating to call for a challenge.
nakakuha na siya ng isang successful. But again, it was in the semifinals where the challenges played such a huge part in the game. So medyo mas careful na rin talaga ang mga coaches. And that point will still go to Cignal, now up by 7.
Just like that, Creamline already doubled up against Cignal with only the basic skills. Serving, yung kanilang defense. Meanwhile, medyo scrambled ang defense pattern and other basic skills of Cignal.
Back row attack with that wind up. She gave it her all. Talaga tong si MJ Perez is on a mission today.
You know, that's the kind of set she wants. Just look at that. Perfect height. And yung placement ng set na yon, medyo beyond the attack line, leaving MJ Perez with a lot of areas para maka-approach.
Bumabaw this time. Blocked. Pawns from the right pin. Nakawala pa rin. And that's what we're talking about. Just totally unflashy. Talagang basta pumuntos.
Great strategy also from Pellegrino. Like we did mention, the Cignal is the #1 blocking team, 5 out of 10 in the best blocking list. Nandito sa koponan nila. So they really need to spread out the set, kaliwa kanan, and that's what they did.
And a smart return, but Cignal was able to handle it. Torres puts it up for MG. Blocking was there, but it still sails out. And matagal na kasi ding naglalaro itong dalawa. So MG and the rest of the players are learning how to deal with the blocking of Cignal. They're up by 8 points. Creamline is at 16 points first. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Mo Arena. This is Monday Volleyball for all of you. As we mentioned, Bella, you know, napaka-gandang treat para sa mga volleyball fans. It's been wall-to-wall, excellent volleyball the past couple of weeks, and the action doesn't stop. We are in the last few days of the Invitational Conference. And both teams are looking good with no losses yet. So they will advance to the next round. But of course, makikita natin ngayon who will be on top of the rankings after today's game.
See Doria having an instant impact. The Cignal HD Spikers scoring off that last point.
Good defense by Molina there. Pasas is picked up by Pons, now showing off her defense. Taunton with a cross.
We talked about that hit over and over during the stay of Erica Staunton, and she continues to master it here in the Invitational Conference. Imagine she sees MJ Perez on that area, but she still targets it and just adjusts through her clippings.
And you really feel the connection between Kyle Negrito and Erica Staunton. Jesus coming in for the first time here at the serve. That one is called outside. Good eye from Judith Abil.
Now Creamline has to be careful with the amount of errors they do here towards the end game, because the last thing they want is for Cignal to also, you know, pull off the same kind of tricks that they did to win that last match. Come from behind fashion, and here it goes. Ganda ng adjustment doon. MJ Perez finally being the task blocker to go up against Erica Staunton.
That's MJ Perez's first point off the block. She's had 7 attack points already, and a timeout by Creamline.
Pag close ball, isang komportable pumalo. Ha? Reaction muna tayo, positive sa receive ha. Pag wala, kaka lang tayo mag-react. Cover tayo, cover ha? Cover, girl, cover!
Let's go, let's go. We're getting 1 point now. Let's go.
Hey, all in! Creamline! Happy!
Creamline feeling the need to somehow try to stop the momentum that is clearly building on the side of Cignal.
More than stopping the momentum, this is also the sense of urgency that Coach Sherwin has, of course, against Cignal. Alam nga nila kung paano makaharap yung isa't isa. And we see the in-game adjustments of Coach Hack also, ang bilis. Hindi nila ma-block si Staunton. Okay, pinagpalit ng pwesto. Troncoso in the open. Perez as opposite. But this time, kung saan nilipat si Perez, doon naman iniiwas ng blocker na tong ni Negrito. And just look at her. Talagang titingin muna on the other side of the court before setting up anyone. This is also mind games, not just between the coaches, but also the playmakers of each team.
Yeah. And a break again for Cignal.
Now serving for Cignal,
Still a 6-point advantage for the Cool Smashers. And at this point, Cignal can't afford the side-out game anymore. Kailangan nila magtuloy-tuloy na puntos. Troncoso there with a serve. And Staunton will still get the set. Why not? She's hot. 5 points for Staunton already.
Erica Staunton, number 6 in the best spiking department. And she continues to elevate her efficiency in this game.
But again, you gotta hand it to Negrito because Pons also has 4. Gumaba with 4. Bea De Leon with 1, so spread out din ang scoring sa Creamline. Oh, that was a quick one. That worked for Riri Meneses, and she will contribute her first point.
So we see Vanny Gander on matindig. Also in their uniforms today. We might just see them get some action, but we are gonna wait for that. I'm sure a lot of fans miss them already. Ria Meneses at one point in the reinforce, she did score, I believe, 20 or 21 points. And they really need a lot of help from the middles right now because De Leon and Panagas also had a couple of remarkable games prior this one.
Right now, it's really just MJ Perez doing the heavy lifting for Cignal. She has 9. Molina contributed a point. Rose Doria also with a point. Pero sabi mo nga, Mela, kailangan talaga ma-activate din ang middles. Bea De Leon at the serve. She's already contributed a point in the early part of this first set.
And I think, you know, if Creamline has proven something more in this recent reinforced conference is that it's not solely the import. Kasi dati ganun yung trend eh. Okay, palakasan tayo ng import. But right now, as we progress in Philippine volleyball, you see that the system beats any form of experience of other imports.
Absolutely. We see that point now for Creamline's blocking. Cignal is in trouble. They call for time.
Natin ulit yung momentum kasi going to second set tayo eh. Ha? So, kuha lang tayo ng magandang puntos, ha? Pasa muna ulit and then atake na maayos. Ha?
Oh my. Push pa! Let's go, Cignal! Come on!
Seven-point advantage, but even more important, they're already at the 20-point mark, which you talk about, Mela, is a dangerous place to be if you're Cignal. 21 na nga.
Still serving for the Cool Smashers, Bea De Leon.
Even from that last time out by Cignal, we hear Coach Shaq, parang binibigay na to sa Creamline dahil masyadong malaki na yung established na lamang. But they just want to get momentum by getting closer in terms of the score.
Another broken play. Molina will go up. Chance for Creamline. Oh, that's beautiful from Really Meneses. Just knowing exactly when to jump. Huli niya si Pangs.
Alam mo, itong Cignal HD Spikers, they're also #1 in spiking as a team. And that is why the game plan of Creamline today is really load up on their serves. Nakikita natin how evident that is here in the first set. Talagang hirap na hirap sila makaset up ng play. But every time they do, they get to set up people like Ria Meneses, who's very efficient, at least in today's match.
Good first ball from Bond, and that drop ball again. She has impeccable timing with these 1-2 plays. Kyle Negrito is just such a dangerous setter because she is a scoring setter. 3 points for Kyle. And it's
Both, actually, both of them, Jen and Kyle,
tama.
really high-scoring setters. But right now, they are tied at 12 points overall prior this game. So, nandun din sila sa best scorer department itong dalawang setters natin.
Good bounce, Pons with the defense, and she's getting ready with the dink. MJ Perez read that one. Molina gets it through.
This is the kind of support that Coach Shaq wants to see Ces Molina produce right behind the MJ Perez. Starting to heat up here at the end of the first set.
Cignal needs a string of points. Good serve. Tumabaw, easy over there. And Ces will go up. Atienza with the pickup. Oh, the cross court! And you know she intended that.
You know what, Pons? I'm not sure if volleyball ba ang sport nito o nagbi-billiards. Dahil talagang tansyado every corner of the court. And that also comes with so much years spent in beach volleyball. The ball control and talagang yung court sense, undeniable.
That's a tough serve from Bonds. Broken play. Staunton with that attack. And MJ Perez, nakuha pa rin ni Pons. But that was not going to be. That one sailed out, and MJ Perez will score her 10th point already in double digits.
The trend so far for Cignal is all about MJ Perez. She's been getting more support now from Ces Molina, but good news for Cignal, she is in the front row.
That was a tough one. Staunton just manages to get it over. Cignal wants another point here. MJ Perez gets it easily. 17 points now for Cignal. Still a big lead for Creamline, pero inuunti-unti ng Cignal. If it were not late in the game, then this would be okay. But like we said, they need a string of points, and Creamline will call for time and try to stall a little.
Takbo ka na dito kasi gagawin ko si Erika eh. Erika, yung spike game para si MD mag-isa. Kahit import niya, walang problema. Hindi ka gaganyan ha, gaganan ka. Hindi nag-serve. Okay lang, positive tayo sa receive. Positive, Erika, spike here. Spike here. Huli na ako na. Kaya.
Let's go!
All in, Creamline!
Happy!
Just 2 points away from winning this first set. Creamline, the last 2 times they met Cignal, had to come from behind to win those matches. And they want to write a different story today. Gusto nilang pangunahan ang Cignal. And that's off the block. Staunton setting up Creamline for set point.
don't know if you listened from that last Cignal timeout, as we see Cici Rondina also in attendance today for supporting
Watching her
sister
teammate
team.
and her former teammate sa beach.
Definitely. But from that last timeout, nakita din natin very strategic yung instructions ni Coach Shaq kay Erica Staunton, no? But still, she managed to get that point. And right now, Chai Troncoso saving one set point against the Cool Smashers. You really need more locals to step up.
Re-entering the game for Cignal number 18, Preliminaries.
Still set point for Creamline.
Serving for Cignal, Rose Doria.
Michelle Gumabaw. That was easy, uncontested, and an easy first set win for the Creamline Cool Smashers. That last point care of Michelle Gumabaw. And this featured server of the set is brought to you by Sunsilk. Switch to the new Sunsilk anti-dandruff shampoo now. Tanggal dandruff na, balik healthy skincare pa. We'll be back. We will be talking more about that first set, and malapit yung simula, no? Dikit, nag-4-all pa sila, pero right away, Creamline wanted that separation and they got it.
And of course, leading the pack is Erica Staunton, and as advertised, agad na nagiging showdown nila ni MJ Perez. Ang lamang lang ng Creamline talaga are the locals stepping up right now.
We'll see more of that, but before that, the big score here, 25-18, is how the first set went. When we come back, himayin natin yan ng konti. Creamline dominating that first set, but we had some bright spots we saw from Cignal, a lot of effort from MJ Perez, but as you mentioned, it needs to be a team effort by the HD Spikers.
One thing that also stood out for the Creamline Cool Smashers as a team is their defense, and although MJ seemed unstoppable, talagang ang dami ring nadepensahan ng Creamline Cool Smashers, which they managed to convert into counter-attacks, and that is why we have more players managing to score in terms of distributed scores. 6 points for Staunton and 5 each for Gumabaw and Pons. And the Green team in scoring 3 points as well. We did mention how big she is in being a scoring setter, but in terms of the attacks, team-wise, no, hindi naman nagkakalayo. 14 for the HD Spikers, 16 for the Cool Smashers, and yung blockings doon, pantay lang din. And yung naging lamang lang din ng Creamline, like we did mention earlier, it is evident that part of their game plan is to really load up on their serves. And nagiging nagiging successful siya in a sense na itong si Jel Cayuna is forced to set up only one person mostly, 'di ba? Na-eliminate yung other options, but in the rare times that the other attackers get set, like itong si Rhea Meneses, we saw how big of an impact they also have on the floor for the HD Spikers. So ang ganda ng naging depensa nitong Creamline, 12 excellent digs in that set number 1, while the Cignal HD Spikers having only 8. So let's see how they learned in that set number 1.
Oh, of course, Creamline starting off with an ace. And as expected, the number 1 server just delivers the goods. Kyle Negrito scores point number 4. Also impressive when we look at those stats, Mela. The minimum errors, talagang 2 errors lang for Creamline, and that was their goal really, as Franny mentioned to us, no? Yun ang pinapantayan din ng coaches.
I mean, the matchup that we did feature earlier, Cayuna scoring right now after that service ace from Kyle Negrito. So sila na rin talaga yung nagdadala ng team nila. Kung itong Cignal nahirapan, sino pa bang pupuntos maliban kay MJ? Okay, Cayuna took matters into her hands. Back-to-back points for Jel Cayuna. Ang ganda ng nagiging matchup nila because in their last match, CCS against Kurashiki Ablaze, itong si Kyle Negrito scored 8 big points in just 4 sets from 5 service aces, 2 blocks. Talagang very capable scorers din itong ating mga setters.
As Bernadette Pons again sneaks in a point there without fanfare. And let's talk more about the setters in front of us here. Diba magkasama sila sa FEU? Actually, mas senior si Kyle, or siya ang talagang
siya yung main setter. And itong si Jel Cayuna, backup setter. But definitely a lot of players from FEU na na-handle ni Coach Shaq. So I've also had my fair share of experience with having Coach Shaq as a coach. Grabe siya mag-aaral ng tendencies, but it's a matter of execution today because I'm sure he knows kung ano yung tendency ni Pons, ni Kyle Negrito, and even itong si Kyle Atienza.
And Michelle Bumabaw, again, just sneaking at a point herself, and that is her 6th. Franny Reyes is ready with the report.
Chicky, Mela, guess who's back? If you've missed her, Dawn Makandili Katindig is back for the Cignal HD Spikers. And she's more than ready to be playing with the HD Spikers, but most of all, her former teammate and now teammate, MJ Perez. If you didn't know, Dawn was the reason MJ joined the HD Spikers. And MJ's been messaging Dawn saying she wants to play with her before she leaves the Philippines. And she's so happy that she gets this opportunity in this end stretch of the Invitational Conference. Dawn looks to play some quality minutes along with Vanny Gandler, her fellow Alas Pilipinas teammate. And let's see if they will be able to make that impact for the girls in black. This report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the game.
Thanks a lot, Franny. That is what we found out before the game started, and we went to appetite a bit, and it is confirmed. It looks like si Dawn Katindig, just to make things sweet for MJ Perez, diba? Bago siya magpaalam, she has a couple of games left. So umabot sila sa finals. And Staunton, again, will get another one. Hinahabol niya si MJ Perez, who already has 10 points. This is Staunton's 7. And we remember the last time these teams met, Staunton marched away with 38 points against MJ Perez has 32. So big scores for the guest players.
And Partida started slow pa itong si Staunton in that last match. But right now, there's no signs of slow. Talking about Erica Staunton, the moment that the whistle was blown since the first set, talagang she's all out in this match against Cignal.
Dapat, doon yung depensa, dapat nililipat mo. Huwag kang mag-hesitate maglipat ng palo. Kasi napapalo mo pero bumabalik lang eh. Lugi tayo eh. Umadjust ka. Sige. Tapos kailangan yung block. Timing lang ha, timing ha.
Try natin dumikit. Tapos iiwan nyo na sa cross yung depensa. Guys, let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
This is what the first set looked like, Mela, no? Parang dikit sila at the beginning, and ngayon medyo ito Creamline bumibitiw na ng or lumalayo na ng konti, and that's why sabi mo nga alam ni Coach Shaq yung mga kailangan niyang bantayan na mga tendencies, and let's see if that timeout.
Ganda ng game plan ni Coach Sherwin because looking at the stats, lamang sa atake at lamang sa blockings itong Cignal HD Spikers, but they can't seem to play to their advantage today because talaga naka-counter ng Cool Smashers yung kanilang strengths. As we saw another Eric Staunton attack. Look at that. No touch of the blockers. Very clean hit. And a very uncharacteristic of Cignal to have majority of the best blockers not to touch the attacks of Eric Staunton today.
That pancake by Leah Torres. I think they're calling it dead, or the video challenge. The down ref actually is the one who is calling for it.
Si Leah Torres, she did not spend a lot of playing minutes during the reinforce. It was her first conference where she won her first gold already with the Creamline Cool Smashers, but she's actually a very decorated player. She won an MVP award also as a libero in Canada. So just joining the very talented pool of liberos in the Creamline's roster. Imagine then Lazaro Revilla, Kyle Atienza, even Ella De Jesus, who sometimes plays as a libero. Talagang defense is a serious thing for the Cool Smashers, definitely.
We know that is also their forte. Alam natin na yun na nga, madalang na mapatayan ng bola, mabagsakan ng bola itong Creamline.
And of course, even having Pons in their roster, who's also the leading Cool Smasher in digging, number 2 siya dyan, and in receiving, number 3 naman siya dyan. And just an update to all those MV Pon stands. She decided na gusto niya pang galingan lalo this conference here in the Invitational Conference dahil nasa best servers na din siya ngayon. She is number 6 in that department. If I'm not mistaken, that's actually the department where she did not place in the top 10 during the reinforce. So now, you know, in just a snap, she decided, I want to be good at serving.
Why not? But really, we are happy for her. Like you said, historically, as we take a look at this last play, was it a floor touch? It looked like a good pancake save. Yeah, so Leah Torres, that call will go her way. And her teammates proud of her for that last save.
And regardless of their lead, they're going to take care of every point. But no point will be awarded to them. The point will just be replayed. And now you see Mitch Gumabaw for the serve.
Hindi pa pumipito. Okay.
So, a little unserious moment there for Michelle Gumabaw, the first referee.
Well, everybody in the MOA saw Michelle with her dab. So she's just making light of that moment. That's why she wanted to serve na. Kasi, ayun na. May ace. She has an ace up her sleeve, literally. And Creamline is at 8 points first. Similar showing here in the first set as in the second. And we'll be back after the break. As we mentioned, similar score in the first technical timeout. Ganito rin ang nangyari sa set 1 na lamang ng 4 ang Creamline. As Ricky Palou in the house. He's enjoying the action for sure. Kahit ganun. Ganyan lang talaga si Coach Ricky.
Nonchalant.
Oh, nonchalant. All right, this is going to be a freebie for Cignal. Let's see if they are able to capitalize on that. MJ Perez! And how? Talagang hindi sinayang.
Kaya Negrito just smiling right across my view.
That spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan.
Napalahod na lang doon si Kyle dahil siya yung naiwan na lone blocker to go up against MJ Perez.
And Cignal really needed that. Staunton is blocked. Katindig on the court. Staunton again. Katindig with the save. MJ Perez, hindi sinayang ang save ni Don Makandili Katindig.
You got the luxury of having that duo, Katindig and Cayuna. Don working hard to get that ball, and Cayuna talagang in-important to give the same quality as a relaxed set versus that running set. And of course, MJ Perez making the most out of that.
Outside to Staunton. Oh, look at Don just going for it. Unfortunately, ball dies with chin basas. This is interesting because si Don Katindig has not had the chance really to play against Staunton until now. So siguro, I'm sure, pinapanood niya, inaralan niya. Pero iba yung talagang nakakaharap mo on court.
Alam mo, si Don, kahit hindi niya yan aralin, it's the reflexes that she has developed throughout the years. Being miss everything throughout the years.
And everywhere. Uy! Parang MJ Perez lang yun
Riri Meneses, this is why Creamline can't give free balls to Cignal, because, you know, Riri Meneses is really very aggressive when she's being set up.
Pons is in the front. Another chance here for Cignal. Back row attack. And that pipe attack a little long for MJ Perez.
That was a great swing, a full approach, but just a bit of a lack in wrist action. 3 down itong Cignal. So far, the middles of Creamline still not having the same impact as they used to. So medyo, in terms of middle game, dyan lumalamang si Cignal.
Cayuna chasing and Ces Molina. The conversion for Ces.
Ganda ng tapat ng double wall doon ni Panaga at Negrito, but there was a gap between the net and yung hands ni Negrito, which Ces Molina used to get that point.
That's a good serve by Riri. And Pons is blocked, but Kyle Atienza keeping that ball in play, and Meneses couldn't quite get the ball up. Kyle Atienza really, it was a nice interview that we showed earlier at the top of the game. Talagang they are the unsung heroes, mga libero.
Kita natin dito sa replay. Speaking of libero, alam ni Pons, walang libero doon sa dulo. She got blocked the first time, sumilip bago yung kanyang second attack, and nakita, no libero on the floor, tinarget.
Cignal is looking for a check ball there. That was outside. And susugal ang Cignal. They're going to call for a video challenge on that one.
So far, looking at the players, they seem very sure. Molina saying meron.
This is only the second video challenge, at least for the set. And Creamline was successful on that last one with the pancake save. So looking at what is ahead for the Invitationals, we have 2 more days of competition left. So the next day, on Wednesday, is the last round where parang placing na lang no?
And by the way, to our fans who are not familiar with the tournament format, as we see this video replay first, was there, parang wala. Oh, there was on the right point. But going back to our tournament format, wala na pong semi-finals dito. So that is why even the quotient, the amount of sets won are gonna matter in this very short and fast tournament. Kasi yung number 1 and number 2 natin na teams will face each other in the finals. Currently, that's Cignal and Creamline. But oh my God, that MV Pots combination play. I can't say that's her specialty because she has a lot of special tricks. But no blockers for Pons. She just came out of nowhere. That's the amount of connection that she and Candigrito has built throughout the years.
Yan naman, hindi siya naghahanap ng highlight play. Pero meron din siya noon kung bigyan mo ng pagkakataon. Staunton. Rebound there by Cignal. And you can see talagang narinig mo binigay talaga ng lahat ni Cesbolina, and that's what she needs to do, really use that heavy hand hitting off the block.
And alam niya na kung sino nakatapat sa kanya, kaya makikita mo yung motion ng kanyang follow through, really intended for that off the block hit.
Cignal now down by only 2 points. That's over. Cayuna back set to Chinbasas. And Staunton with an off-speed. Ganda naman nun.
Alam mo, itong si Don Katindig, ang ganda ng nagiging basay. She gets those touches, but with those crucial saves, ang nawawala is yung second touch. So you take a look at this again. Cut shot by Erica Staunton. Although, on that replay, hindi pala naabutan ni Don. But, I mean yung basay. Kasi napupuntahan niya, alam niya kung saan babagsak. Medyo kinapos on that last defense.
Naamoy niya na off speed no? Dali ang bawi naman para kay MJ Perez. Amiga gets point number 13.
Definitely a better showing by the HD Spikers, because I remember very well in set number 1, after tying 4-4, biglang yung score nila naging 7-14. So now they are staying a bit closer, but Creamline has had the lead throughout this second set.
Again, good rebound. The chance here. Doria will play setter for Chinbasas. And she is going to get the point. I think that was off of Staunton's hands.
Basas still with just 1 point. Successful in that last attempt.
Gumaba back at the serve. And that one sails outside. So it was a service ace followed by a service error for Michelle Gumabao.
Gumabao is actually one of those players na high risk, high reward yung kanilang mga serves, no? But definitely part of the game plan, really not give any easy balls. So they're gonna take that error. As we see a double substitution, Giselle C and Sai Troncoso for Chinbasas and Jel Cayuna.
Giselle C is making her entrance for the first time here. The second set, Staunton again going off speed. And that is still schooling the ball off of Riri Meneses.
Alam mo, in-adjust na yung blockers against Erica Staunton, but they still can't find the solution to stop her. So look at that. MJ Perez and Riri Meneses, that is such a big wall. Pero great adjustment from Erica Staunton. And by the way, with the entrance of Giselle C, we already now have 3 best setters from FEU, coached by Coach Acta Santos at one point in their careers.
May naisip ko even today, no, si Tino Baldo is the current FEU setter na tinuturuan ni Tina Salap, who is a living legend. Talagang FEU produces really the best setters. No? Oh! So efficient from back row kasi marami siyang space na talagang pwede ibigay lahat si MJ Perez. Hindi siya tatama sa net. That's the beauty of the pipe attack.
Look at that Don Katindig defense against Bea De Leon. That was a clean hit by De Leon, pero guarded well by Katindig.
Staunton now, and Dawn tried. She was there, but couldn't keep it in play.
Again, getting some help from the net. Erica Staunton as they now go to the second technical timeout, 16-14.
Back here at the MOA Arena for our nightcap. This is the second of our doubleheader. You are watching the Invitational Conference of your PVL, and Creamline still up by 2 after the second technical timeout. They won the first set handily, 25-18, but Cignal giving them a bit of a harder time in this second set. And if we want to know what the difference is, for one thing, Don Katindig is on the court. May epekto talaga.
They're getting more touches dahil kanina in the first set, lamang ng 4 excellent digs ang Creamline against Cignal.
Also, Giselle C now calling the shots as setter.
Cesc Molina.
Good decision by Troncoso to let that ball go. So, ang ganda rin ng naging double sub ni Coach Shaq dito. Kumbaga, quality minutes dahil nakakapunto sila in the 3 rotations that C and Troncoso are playing.
Cignal has yet to lead in this match. And Pons going long. Julio Meneses there with a dig. Buhay pambola. Back row attack. Staunton. Nakita talaga ni Kyle Negrito na nandun si Staunton ready for the attack.
I mean, they haven't even been teammates for years, but Kyle Negrito, what a great setter. Great connection built with the reinforcement. Alam niya kung nasaan. Kasi hindi siya sakto na nasa zone 6 binigay. Medyo lagpas, medyo pa zone 5 na, but they connected perfectly in that last hit.
Good first ball on that tough serve. Cesc Molina has been consistent, doing damage for Cignal. This is her 7th point.
This is the best response. Look at Cesc Molina in transition. Nagtago muna sa likod ni Doria before she went for that attack. And so far, all her attacks have been successful off the block.
This is what you were asking for, Mela. The participation of the locals, and Molina has definitely stepped up her game here in the second set. Ayuna back in the game. Gumabo from the left pin, stopped. Broken play for Cignal. A tough one. Back set, Gumabaw. Buhay pa rin. Joust. Won by Pangs. Oh, good decision there by Cesc Molina. Just quick thinking, basics, going for the best possible attack that will score.
Well, dyan nanalo kanina itong Creamline. Sabi nga natin, sa basics talaga sila namuhunan. And right now, Cignal managed to equalize the score 17-all with this Creamline timeout. Let's listen in.
Kasi iniwanan yung running natin. Pwedeng kaliwa yan, pwedeng 4 kung anong gusto mo po. MJ, bibilisan sa'yo dun. Yes, coach. Si Chinchin, nakafocus lang talaga yun sa down the line. So medyo i-cross mo konti pagka mabilis. Okay? Kayo na mag-serve ha. Positive tayo ha. Positive.
Let's go! Let's go!
All in! Creamline!
Hindi lang si Coach Shaka nag-aaral ng mga tendencies ng mga kalaban, ano? Because we hear na Coach Sherwin really singling out the players from Cignal and talking about how they play and their tendencies on the court.
So like Franny mentioned, talagang rest itong mga manlalaro natin kahapon because we have a very tight schedule for the Invitational Conference, but definitely hindi yan rest as in complete rest, no? They probably had some scouting activities to study the tendencies of their opponents.
Nabasa si Pons doon. Kayuna setting up Molina again. Painit na painit.
Look at the way Jel Kayuna saved that defense. It was actually going onto the other side. It's defended by MJ Perez. Jump set. And yung balance niya, she maintained that only to give Molina the perfect set for that perfect kill.
Best setter of the reinforced, but a quick point by Pangs Panaga. Getting the ball back for Creamline, and we are tied at 18. Very different second set compared to the first.
The showdown continues between these best setters. Again, the 2024 best setters of PVL.
Oh,
look at Don.
Ball. Staunton will go up. Rebound. Kayuna looking for Chin. Pons with the defense. Staunton again. And it's the old reliable cut shot, but you know, Cignal knows it's coming, but it's one thing to know to defend against it.
Look at Don Katindig. I mean, her presence today, it's not just on the technical parts, but it's also the inspiration and the motivation that she draws from her teammates. Kasi alam nila may isang player talaga magpapakamatay sa bola. Kahit hindi niya pwesto, pupuntahan niya. And just look at the rest of the HD Spikers also responding to the kinds of effort na nakikita nila from their teammates. Ito yung sinasabi natin, spark plug talaga. Molina.
Big game for Molina. She's already in double digits. And you know, it takes the load off of MJ Perez also.
Ooh, nabate. And now this is where both teams really have to play cleaner dahil you're approaching the end game. But when you look at the stats, both of the teams only committing 3 errors each. So they're really the ones producing their points.
Yeah.
So it's just really a matter of how tight this game is in terms of the rallies, palitan talaga ng puntos.
Yeah, you know, props to both teams. They really are playing clean games. Not too many errors. And again, that crossbody, yung mga hindi inaasahang down the line ni MJ Perez.
They're very used to seeing MJ Perez with those power hits, but look at this time around. No-look attack going down the line. Kyle Negrito just really tight on defense. Masyado nakapasok.
Tied at 20. Ishi lalong isip with the serve.
Perfect pass from Pons.
MJ is in the front. So is Staunton, and she finds that end zone, zone 6. Empty there for Cignal, and Staunton will get her 16th point, tied with MJ Perez.
You know what we love about Staunton? She really is a team player. Makikita mo medyo nag-struggle siya dito sa set, nababaan siya. Pero nag-adjust talaga siya quickly to get that point. And now Cignal will call for a timeout.
Okay, hey, 1 point lang yan, ha? Pasa muna, Jel. Diskarte lang, ha? One good pass, and then attack cover tayo, ha? Attack cover. Kapag nakuha nila, ready ulit. Maganda na yung block natin. Nabablock touch na natin. Nakaka-atake tayo ulit. Nakakabalik. Dapat gano'n, ha? Okay. Silip lang, Jel, ha? Option, ha?
Let's go! Okay tayo.
Kalimutan na.
One good reset.
Balik ka.
Coach Shaq De Los Santos pointing out what I'm sure all of you watching at home have observed, that the blocking has actually already kicked in for Cignal. Not necessarily the scoring, but just to stop the ball and to allow for plays to be created by Jel Kayuna.
Actually kasi yung blocker sila, nakikita ko din yung form eh. Medyo pasahod na or pasalo na yung kanilang blocking formation dahil ganun kabilis yung mga sets na binibitawan nito ni Kyle Negrito. So very efficient playmaking for Negrito.
Good first ball and a quick. Riri Meneses was marked there. Staunton again. Good save by MJ Perez. Back row attack. Ball back to Cignal. Cayuna pushes it to MJ. And Creamline manages to keep the ball in play. Longest rally we've had, and what a finish for MJ Perez.
Again, Jel Cayuna with that set save. It was a tight defense, and the balance that she displays on those running sets. Look at that again. And another successful hit. Kumagat din kasi kay Cayuna yung middle blocker nitong Creamline, leaving MJ with just one blocker.
We're tied at 21. Staunton. Stop, but not good enough. And she will get the point. You know, we talk about Erica Staunton being the youngest of all the reinforced players. She is the one with the least experience. The first time she's playing internationally, which is why wala talagang kapaguran tong batang to. Kanina pa talon ng talon. You notice she really gets a lot of the balls from Kyle Negrito.
And also the respect, no? She had 3 blockers on that last attack. Ito lang yung crucial kapag mag-triple block kayo. You need to alert the defense because Don Macandili, yung pattern niya kanina was ano pa rin, pag-double block pa din. But Cignal and MJ Perez quick to get that point back. So still tied at 22.
Jesus there with the reception. Pon saving that ball.
And Jesus with a great dig.
Oh, that's 4 touches. And again, showcasing good defense, actually both sides, but Creamline could not keep that one in play. We have a timeout.
Para si Riri, threat ka na agad. Kasi pag gumanyan ka, hindi natalo si Riri. So magdikit-dikit na tayo. Ha? Pwede ka mag-play dyan. Okay, go. Ito palo, Abea. Isa lang yan, isa lang.
Yes, yes.
First attack ulit.
Focus lang, girl.
Erika, di.
And composure.
Energy! Eh, pag nadepensahan nila, hindi ganun kabilis. Kaya, relax lang sa block. Ha? Let's go.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now a 1-point advantage for Cignal late in the second set. But you know, Creamline, they like the pressure. This is where they thrive in itong ganitong mga pressure situations. So if you're Cignal, kailangan mo talagang alagaan itong kalamangan mo.
Alam mo, hindi din biro itong mga matchups ng Cignal at Creamline. Kagaya ng dig na yan ni Don Macandili Katindig, hindi biro. Pero 3 out of the 4 matches that these teams had after that 2022 win of Cignal over Creamline, 5-setters, 3 out of 4. Ganun ka-intense yung matchups. So, dalawang kupunan na to. But look at MV points, again, attacking from the middle. And that's also what sets her apart, the frequency. We know that all of these outside hitters can do those combination plays, but the frequency, kung gaano kadalas sila ginagawa yun sa Creamline with her in the front line, that sets her apart.
Oh, she's blocked this time, but ball's still good. Cayuna will reshuffle, giving it to Cesc Molina, and that's a good choice.
And Maria Meneses really posing a threat, no? Kada talo niya may kumakagat sa kanya. And yan din yung kagandahan na na-engage siya nitong ni Jel Cayuna earlier in this match. No blockers there for Cesc Molina. Hindi niya na nga ni-risk paluin yan, talagang dinrap niya na para mabilis bumagsak. And right now we see Vanny Gandler.
Almost.
Not allowed to check in. Late tumawag ng substitution.
Patikim lang, but she looks like she will be getting some court time today. Almost an ace, but Pons was there to keep the ball in play.
Chance ball given to Cignal.
Good up by Staunton. And Pons is looking for that check ball.
You know, I was talking to my mom about Pons earlier today, and I said, through the years, she's the smartest volleyball player I know here in the Philippines.
Wow.
I mean, I've watched her. I went up against her in the UAAP, played with her for 3 years, and now watching her until today, walang peak eh. Talagang she continues to elevate her game.
Meantime, Molina has been getting a lot of touches today too. Gumaba was stopped. Cayuna will get another chance. Goes to Molina again, and she will use the hands of the blocker. And the Cignal get that chance again to win the set.
This is the second set point. And if I were Cignal, pag nakita ko yung set point, you have to be reminded of how the last game with Creamline ended. Just finish it off.
That's a good serve. Here's a chance for Cignal. She goes to Cess. Pons this time, blocked. Pons will go again with that tip. Good read by MJ. Molina will go up. And Michelle Gumabao. We were talking about clutch plays at the top of the game, and that was certainly a clutch attack by Gumabao, unfazed by the set point.
Whoever set that ball, I'm not sure if it was Negrito. It was Pons. Talagang nakita eh. Medyo hindi nakaposisyon itong si Cess Molina from the attack. MG is gonna have just a single blocker.
Basas. Dug by Kyle Negrito. It's a broken play. Gumabao again. Blocked and outside. She knows that si Cess is the smaller of the blockers. And Gumabao, just when she needs to, will come up with the goods.
Tsak na painom ng tubig after itong Creamline is now at set point.
That's a tough serve, broken play, and Cess using the net. Kyle Atienza keeps it in play. That one is outside. Is there a touch? Doesn't look like it. And we keep playing in the second set.
They're gonna try their luck as we see the Creamline management or coaching staff rather calling for a challenge on block touch. Cannot carry over any of these challenges onto the next round. Might as well use it right now.
Tama naman.
Pwedeng pang break ng momentum or pwedeng pang baka sakali. Baka may tumama.
Oo.
But so far, none from the players admitting to any violation. Let's see if we see anything from the challenge. Mukhang malinis. The fingers of Gloria did not move in that replay. So, the point is going to remain with the Cignal HD Spikers. Successful challenge for Sherwin Meneses. And Dodog now, MJ Perez is in the front row.
Serving for Cignal, Cess Molina.
They're tied at 26. Definitely a different complexion in the second set compared to the first, which ended 25-18. Staunton! And she will get that point. She gets the check ball from Cignal.
Also, arguably, the strongest rotation of Creamline is when Staunton is in the front row. Arguably, kasi kada ikot nila mukhang malakas naman. But when Pons is in the back row, para talagang dalawa yung libero mo.
Oo nga. MJ Perez with a wind-up. She wanted that point number 27. Di pa tapos, sabi ni MJ.
Parang may baong spring ito si MJ Perez. I mean, it seems like she jumps higher and higher every time. But just look at the force and the power on that last attack.
Kyle Atienza had a hard time with that. But Staunton will go up anyway. Here's a chance for Cayuna and MJ with the tip. Good read by Kyle. Staunton with a return. And another tip. Kyle Negrito, too smart for that. Cut shot, stopped by Doria. Where will MJ go? Kyla Atienza, fantastic defense. Whoa! Talk about smart plays. Erica Staunton just continues to amaze everybody with her versatility and her smarts.
MJ Perez, it was a risk going back-to-back tips with a kind of defense that Creamline continues to display. And ironically, she gets a taste of her own medicine. It was even Erica Staunton who got the better of Cignal with that power tip.
It's now set point for Creamline. Pick up by Pons. MJ will go again. Too easy for Creamline. Staunton. Ooh. Gel with that pickup. And that one is called outside. It was tough where the ball was coming from, and MJ tried her best. You know she did. But Creamline will come away with a W after that hard-fought second set. Meron bang ano? Ayaw nila ibigay yung challenge pa rin. Okay. As we know, nothing to lose, right?
We look back at that last sequence, malilito ka na lang talaga. Sino ba dumepensa? Si Pons ba? O si Atienza? Sobrang sakto. But right now, we take a look at this video replay. Mukhang wala. The rotation of the ball did not change.
That ball did sail outside. So Creamline will win off the error of MJ Perez of that attack. But I think the second set belongs to Bernadette Pons.
I mean, when we talk about consistency and overall skills, talagang Pons will not disappoint. Talagang she continues to show up big time for the Creamline Cool Smashers. Defense, even serves, and even kapag sa kanya napupunta yung pagsiset, napaka-intentional din. So let's see if the Cool Smashers can close this out in 3 sets.
That was a cardiac second set. Took 43 minutes to settle that one. And the heartbreaks are coming early for Cignal in the second set. They almost had it. They had a couple of chances to win that set, but it wasn't to be. Creamline still took it.
Almost an hour for that set 2 action. But again, the problem remains for the HD Spikers. How do they close out against the Creamline Cool Smashers? I mean, we saw how difficult it was for them to at least get an advantage dahil nung first set, the whole set hindi nila nagawa. Dito sa second set, they really tried their best to stay close until they got the lead. They got to set point first multiple times, in fact, but they couldn't close out, and they allowed, you know, itong Creamline Cool Smashers to get the momentum back. And right now, it's going to be a tougher road for them, but it's still not impossible. As you know, Creamline got that last win against them, come from behind fashion. So let's see if they get to pull that off. But let's take a look at the numbers. Like we did mention, both teams are playing clean, only 4 errors from both squads. And look at the disparity in attacks, only 1, di ba? Diyan lang lumamang ang Creamline ng 1 puntos. No blocks for both teams, pero maganda yung mga naging block touches nila just to deflect the attacks, especially of the reinforcements. But Creamline, like in the first set, will score off 2 aces against 1 of the Cignal HD Spikers. So definitely, itong Cignal played better. Yung kanilang digging, they also tripled their dig output from set number 1. Meanwhile, Creamline, they doubled their dig output from the earlier set. But it's really a matter of conversion. In fact, both teams had 38% attack efficiency. So, I guess in that set number 2, brace of the game na lang talaga. Dulo-dulo, doon na lang nagkatalo because it was even an extended set. And that's how tight this matchup really is.
It was a big second set for Ces Molina, who came in with the assist. She had 12 points, and Perez continues to lead the scoring with 19. She has tied with Staunton, who also has 19. On the other side, you see how the points are more spread out among the Creamline Cool Smashers. Gumaba with 9. Bernadette Pons already in double digits. Kyle Negrito is with 4 points. And Panaga with 1. Bea De Leon also contributing 2 points. So that is something that Cignal, I think, can still improve upon, just to be able to activate the other players, the middles in particular, for them to be able to contribute.
The star of that second set was Erica Staunton, who scored 13 points in that set 2 alone.
And we start with a rally here. Must-win third set for Cignal HD. They keep the ball in play. Perez going deep, and they're going to get a touch. That's a point for Cignal, and they start things off drawing first blood in set number 3. Perez with 20 big ones.
You know, if there's anything that Cignal has to change, hindi sila pwedeng trailing from Creamline or kaya naman naghahabol. They need to establish a lead to also have that confidence, but these errors aren't going to help.
Yeah. Looking back at the second set, there were 6 lead changes, 15 deadlocks. So Cignal knows what they need to do. They really need to keep things close.
Excellent set count. We have 13 for Negrito and 9 for Jel Cayuna. But we see back-to-back service errors for both teams. Talagang nagkakarga na ng serve dahil nakita mo naman ganong karami yung atake. 22 and 23 for both these teams.
Staunton dug by Katindig. Molina from the left pin. And that's 4. That's a point for Cignal. So they're leading early in this third set.
This is the first time they are able to do this. Usually, nauna itong Cignal sa 4 points. Let's see if they get to maintain this kind of game.
And the thing we know about playing against Creamline, there's never a comfortable lead. There's no such thing against the Cool Smashers. Franny Reyes is ready with her report.
Chiggy and Mela, I got to speak with Michelle Gumabao before this game, and she did recognize that there may be fatigue tonight, but she said to overcome overcome that. It's all about execution in this game. They have to push harder and be disciplined. In the first set, Creamline only had 2 errors. In the second set, 4. Now they're very mindful and intentional with the things that they're doing. And earlier, before the huddle ended, before this set, Mitch did remind the team that this is the same situation as the last time they faced the HD Spikers. However, the roles are reversed right now. So it's important that they do not allow the HD Spikers to come back in this game. They want a decisive, dominant win in 3 sets. So let's see if they'll be able to make that happen. This report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the panel.
Thanks so much, Franny. And that's a lot of back-to-back action there. Back-to-back points. Gumabaw with her 10 after that down the line.
By Michelle Gumabaw.
Just nalihis talaga niya yung block ni Ces Molina. But Cignal still ahead by 1.
This is also an advantage of Creamline dahil yung kanilang opposite already in double digits. Talking about Gumabaw, 10 points. But for Chin Basas, she is having a difficult time scoring today, just 1 point.
Chin Basas.
So really, it's just Perez and Molina registering most of the points for Cignal. Staunton keeps on coming. I don't think fatigue is in her vocabulary. Walang kapaguran itong si Erica Staunton.
Walang kapaguran pero yung mga kalaban niya pinapagod niya. Imagine, nag-triple block si Ces Molina for pumunta all the way to the other side only for Erica Staunton to target down the line. This is also strategic eh. Yung pagurin mo rin yung kalaban mo.
Almost an ace. Molina with an off-speed. Good read by Pons. Staunton from back row. She's just dangerous wherever she is.
Erica Staunton. We're running out of words to describe how big she's playing today. Look at the blockers. Really getting confused kasi naman itong si Pons talagang pagkakuha niya ng depensa, tumatawag pa ng 4. Kahit saan siya abutan sa court, she's willing to go for the attack. And it also confuses her blockers, leaving Erica with just a single block.
Molina stopped. Gumabaw with the effort. Negrito pushing it to Pons on the left. Molina again, using her heavy hands. Pons with a wind-up. Good pickup from MJ Perez, who goes from back row. Oh, what a wind-up. Good rally. It's a reinforcement, and MJ Perez now using her tricks.
Nakita naman natin kung gaano katagal yung second set because of all the good rallies. And MJ Perez just closing out another epic rally. Nakikita natin gaano kahirap na magandang bola. Both sides of the court.
This is an all-important third set for Cignal. They need to win if they want to keep playing. It'll take a reverse sweep for Cignal to win this one. Back row attack again.
This is what you get when you give out a free ball to any of the teams.
And the spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan, baon na baon yun na.
Alam mo si Kayuna na pailing after eh. Kasi alam niya hindi ka pwede magbigay ng bola na sakto sa defender dahil bomba talaga yung babalik.
Good serve. Nice stop by Katindig though. And again, Perez is tooling the ball this time. Getting a quick point. Naghahabulan lang sila ng puntos. Staunton with 22 and Perez now with 23.
What worked well for the HD Spikers in the second set is yung meron man lang backup dito kay MJ Perez. So right now, let's see if she gets the same amount of support.
Pons will get a chance.
Alam mo, makikita na natin yung frustration out from the faces of the blockers, especially itong si Jel Cayuna. Just look at her former teammate using her hands. Kita mo, pag tumalikod, mapapailing na lang talaga eh. Because, you know, among the other setters. It's Jel Cayuna and itong si Negrito, who even has a leverage when it comes to blocking, but they can't use that advantage when you have attackers like Pons.
And you see she wanted to go long there. She's asking for a check ball.
Mukhang may umamin na. Saving us some time.
First technical timeout score in for Creamline.
Just like that, we are at the first technical timeout courtesy of Creamline.
Eight-7 is the score. We are in our third set. Creamline leading 2-0. This is do or die for the Cignal HD, and they recognize that, keeping things close against Creamline. Be down by 1. Kyle Negrito, #1 server in the league in this conference. Jel Cayuna pushing it out to Perez. Pons. This time blocked solid by Rose Doria. Before the technical timeout, it was a check ball against Doria that Pons was able to score off of. Nakabawi naman itong si Rose.
If you're Cignal, this is what you need to do to really learn as you go. You can't stop dahil na-frustrate ka.
Rather low, but still good effort by Katindig, who's really made a difference for Cignal. And again, trick shot from Pons. Good read by the HD. So many options for Kyle Negrito, and it is Michelle Gumaba who manages her 11th point. Talaga yun eh.
Just look at her. She doesn't always score off combination base kasi when it comes to frequency, alam naman natin mas madalas binibigyan ng combination plays itong likes nila Pons, yung mga OH. But Mitch Gumabao, really a highly efficient. She is actually the top local spiker, the highest efficiency, top 3 in that department.
That one got away from Doria, so that is an error on the attack. Rare unforced errors from both squads, actually playing rather clean today. Perez going deep, but Pons taking care of it. And look at Kyle Negrito keeping the bottom play. Fantastic defense from Creamline. Perez again. This time she made sure nobody was there in zone 1.
That time, it is Creamline's own version of combination play taking effect after this MJ Perez hit. Really avoiding the blockers. Kanina, Pons had a successful sweep going to zone 1.
Cayuna took that first ball. Molina off that dig pass from Katindig. And Gumaba wanted to go cross court. Sharp. She's not gonna get it.
Gumabaw signaling to the coaches, no? Parang inside. So, we know the trust that their coaching staff have on the players, so they are gonna call for this ball in, ball out challenge.
So far, the challenges have been pretty good for Creamline. Nakukuha nila. Except yung mga Hail Mary dun sa mga huli kanina in the second set that they just wanted to burn their challenges. Let's take a look at it. Oh, it's very close. I mean, I'm not surprised MG thought that it was in. Ang lapit. The shadows there.
Yeah, shadow of the ball is on the line.
Challenge by Creamline is unsuccessful. Point stays with Cignal. Cool Smashers
Tied at
have one
10
challenge
for the
remaining in
third
this
set. Gumabol just send it over. Ito yung overballs niya. Lugar niya!
And this is how smart the placement of those chance balls are from Creamline. Kochak, pinapakalma na lang yung players because, you know, these kinds of errors are also symptoms ng frustrations eh. Very uncharacteristic of these veteran players on the side of Cignal to have those kinds of miscommunication. Again, another one, a short set.
Mabaw again, just getting the better of Despolina using her heavy hands, and she has 12.
You know what? This is a close set still for Cignal, but these kinds of errors might just, you know, crush the morale and the momentum that they've been trying to build. It's been a constant struggle for them to stay at bay with Creamline.
Will go, and that was heavy. Untouched by the blockers of Creamline this time, and even Bernadette Pons did not keep that ball alive.
Just look at that, from one MVP to another. Great follow-through. Pati yung ulo may follow-through. May ganun kataas yung reach sa bola and the amount of power she had at that last hit.
Good first ball from Pons. Another try here. Creamline. And Gumabaw coming from the right pin. That one is called out.
No challenge on the side of Creamline, but I mean, you know, I can't go on all day talking about Pons, pero even in that last sequence, nakakalito talaga sino sa kanila yung libero kasi sa zone 5 siya rin yung kumukover doon.
She's an asset anywhere she is on the court. Good pick up by Staunton there. Gumaba will get the set again. Negrito pushing it once more to Erica.
Oh,
1 point, Chin Basas.
Chin Basas finally making up for her lack of attacks today and through that block. And then ang timing doon, that was an offset. Actually, mas mahirap ng blockin yung mga ganun, mahirap timingan.
The first offensive block, first point off the block in a while. There were none in the second set.
But I think itong Cignal, they could have a chance if they could at least activate Chin Basas.
Or si Riri, no? Pag siyang nasa harap. Which is the case now. You mentioned how Riri was able to score in the 20s in the past games.
Kasi parang hindi na nagiging threat si Chin eh. Parang every time magsiset si Kayuna, naka-automatic na yung blockers on the outside hitters and the middle.
And that one escapes MJ Perez. She is really frustrated about that one. Nahabol niya pero couldn't keep it in the court. And Gumaba already with 13 points.
Meanwhile, the trend continues for the Cool Smashers. Top scorer, Erica Staunton, followed by MG, just like in their last match against Kurashiki. Meanwhile, Cignal heavily reliant on MJ Perez prior this set number 3. She is at 52% in terms of attacks, 41% for Staunton.
Big numbers for both players. And here's Riri Meneses. We talked about how important it is for her to contribute.
Alam mo, ang ganda ng nilalaro ni Rhea, but surprisingly, it's just 4 points for her. Because hindi rin ganun kadalas nabibigyan. But like I kept mentioning, every time she gets set, mataas yung porsyento.
Good serve. But Pons took care of that one. What a read by Katindig.
Katindig was there again.
Yep. And Ces Molina, bumalik ang bola. Buhay pa rin. Another chance here. Risa Sato is on the court. And she scored right out of the bench.
Lisa Sato, of course, also one of the multi-awarded PVL Best MP in previous years. Very confident. It doesn't even affect her game, no? She's coming off the bench because before she used to be the starter. But that's the kind of culture they have in Creamline. Just a lot of confidence for all of the players.
Oo nga, binigyan agad ng bola. And that's two in a row for Rhea Meneses. I think she feels the crunch. No? She knows that she really needs to come up with some points.
When we talk about confidence against Nippon, Rhea Meneses. Also, one of the multi-awarded Best MB also. Ang ganda nga ng matchup natin dahil talagang very decorated players itong mga naglalaro ngayon.
It's a communication error on the side of Creamline this time as Perez goes up. That's huge.
Again, you cannot give easy balls to either of the teams. And just like that, Cignal now leads 2 points and goes to the second technical timeout, 16-14.
Crowd here at the Mo Arena enjoying the heated action in the third set. Cignal with a 2-point lead after the second technical timeout, and they needed this. This is a must-win third set for the HD Spikers.
Still serving for Cignal, Ces Molina.
We've seen these teams go at it many times, extending games to 5-setters. Pero usually it's the other way around. Cignal ang naghahabol. Perez, a loaded one, but look at Kyla Atienza taking care of that one. Perez will go again. This time, iniwasan na si Kyla. Binigay kay Erica Staunton. Pagurin nga natin si Erica, sabi niya.
MG Perez continues to dominate with her attacks today against Creamline.
Franny Reyes is ready for a report.
Simple. Okay? Tatlo lang yan.
Okay.
Yung 5, 6. Sa gitna siya magana.
Okay.
Okay, get 1 point.
Let's call back Franny Reyes for her report.
That the struggle or the challenge when you face someone you're so familiar with is their experience and the mental battle that comes with it. Right now, it's about anong pwedeng diskarte, anong pwede nilang gawin to outsmart their opponents who they faced so many times in the past. Right now, they have to focus on each and every point. They have to want this starting from each and every point. They have to ignore any distractions and they have to have the confidence to execute. Back to the panel.
Picking up here in the middle of this rally. Good save there by Ces Molina. Another chance here for Creamline to set up. Staunton figured something out. Franny was saying these teams have to really try to outsmart each other, and it's hard to do because we have thinking players on the court.
I mean, what a combo for that last sequence. I mean, Lisa Sato running onto zone 2, tapos ito naman si Pons lalabas for the approach on the open, and you have Erica Staunton wide open on the pipe. Just a lot of weapons for Kyle Negrito to really utilize.
Same thing with Jelka Yuna. Riri Menez is now in the game, but she was stopped that time, and that is called outside. It's a rare error by Bernadette Pons. Tao lang, sabi nila.
Grabe mag-sorry si Pons, parang first error na pa lang naman.
Now serving Rhea Menezes.
This is you also see the kind of expectation or standard that they have set. But this is a tight match. We know that none of these players would want to commit those errors.
Oh, wow. Nice pickup there by Ces Molina. This is the biggest lead that Signals enjoyed all game. 3 points. Perez with a tip. Once again will go. This time finding the hole. Zone 6 empty, and MV Pons just doing MVP things.
The defense pattern of Cignal, actually naka-two-man defense sila eh. 3 people guarding yung sabihin down the line. Isang blocker, isang defender ng short, and then the sweeper goes to the long down. And there's no libero on the floor. It was actually Rhea Menezes left to defend majority of the floor for Cignal.
And Creamline knew how to exploit that situation. This time, Katindig was on to Pons. Oh, look at Katindig. Really the big difference for Cignal today. Oh! Yan yung mga pang-highlight kasi
Yes.
hindi yan nangyayari.
And then Erica Staunton covering her face after defending that. A powerful hit. Nagkaroon ng miscommunication kanina. There were a lot on the side of Cignal, and right now, the pressure to close out is on the side of Creamline. And hindi dapat sa dalawang to nangyayari yan because dalawa sila sa pinakamatagal na magkasama, not just here in Creamline, but way back in their FEU days.
And play continues here. Cignal will get another chance to increase their lead. Perez with a deep one. Kyla Atienza. Bumawi si Kyla.
Oh! What a dream!
Wow.
Kyle Atienza and Don Katindig really displaying excellent defense for both their squads.
What a great exchange that was. And a nice ending. Rose Doria to cap things off. Again, these are welcome developments from Cignal. Seeing these other players scoring for them now. Oh, that was a tough one.
1 point. Rose Doria.
Even Rose Doria, hindi niya pinakawalan. That's 2 in a row for her. This time on the block.
Time up.
It's the biggest lead so far of Cignal over Creamline this whole game, and we're gonna listen in to this Coach Sherwin huddle.
Simula. Single block tapos yung trabaho na nila yun.
Okay, coach. Cover kami po, sorry.
Okay.
Layo pa yan.
Serve kayo na. Laksan tayo. Kung walang receive, okay lang. Then dulo-dulo tayo. Darin natin sa cover.
Yes.
Let's go. 1 point lang tayo. 1 point. Let's go.
Let's go.
Energy! All in, Creamline!
Big lead for Cignal, 5 points. They haven't seen a lead like this all match long, but again, we cannot reiterate enough. There's no such thing as a comfortable lead if you're playing against the Cool Smashers. So if you're Cignal, you really just want to play as if you were behind. Oh, and that's the way to do it. Jelka Yuna is known for her serves, and she scores her first ace, or rather her second ace today. So tama talaga yung ating matchup. Negrito with 4 points, same as Jelka Yuna.
Well, the problem that we posed earlier for Cignal was how to close out. And now they are nearing the solution here in the third set, just 2 points away. But none of us can really blink despite this lead because we know when you're up against Creamline, hindi talaga pwedeng kumarap, and more than any team, itong Cignal lang makaka-attest dyan.
Oh, great pickup there by Katindig. And Perez will send it over. A chance here for Creamline to set up. Combination attack, almost! Dawn was there, just couldn't put it up.
Again, the playmaking of Kyle Negrito really on point today. Spreading out the sets, different people, and that time around it was for MG on that combination play. As we see a substitution,
Now serving Bernadette
we have
Wong.
Rose Vargas replacing MG after that point.
Big serve for Bernadette Pons, taken care of by Katindig. Creamline will set up. Staunton. Picked up by Cess. MJ wants point number 24. No, 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 said Kyla Atienza. Perez again. This time,
Maria
just
Perez.
really challenging Kyla Atienza every time. And she is already at 28
Cignal
points.
now at
And
set point.
this is a great place for Cignal to be in. Set point with many opportunities to win it.
5-7, interim captain Michelle Calaba.
This is set point now for
Serving for the set, Maria Perez.
HD Spikers. They just need to close out to extend this set.
Maria Perez.
And that's exactly what MJ Perez has in mind.
And these are things we didn't see too much of in the first couple of sets. The aces, the offensive blocks, and really MJ Perez meant business, and she delivered for her team in this third set.
30 points already for the Venezuelan reinforcement. She did everything in this set. Blocking, attacks, even defense. But the way to end it is with this service ace, just to keep their hopes alive against this Creamline Cool Smashers.
Double digits in this third set alone for Perez. That was 10 points she added to her scoring. And she now has 30, and Cignal will keep on playing. 25-17 was the end of that third set. (25-17), a big third set for Cignal HD. A lot of things we saw from Cignal, the scoring off the blocks, the contributions of their middle blockers, and service aces right when they needed them. And more highlights here from set 3.
Makita natin yung difference in terms of attack efficiency. Kanina, it was 38% for both teams. But here in set number 3, 29% for the Cignal HD Spikers and just 20% for the Creamline Cool Smashers. And despite Creamline having more excellent leagues, 20-19 of the Cignal HD Spikers, itong Cignal mas nakakonvert na, of course, with the dominance of MJ Perez, scoring 30 points already right now. And we take a look at the stats. At least itong Cignal nagising na talaga and started playing with their advantages. Alam naman natin, blockings, supposed to be dyan talaga sila nagkakaroon ng separation with Creamline. As we kept mentioning, they're number 1 in that department. Also with attacks. And yung aces, yan naman ang lamang ng Creamline. But Cignal also used that as an advantage in set number 3. And despite being down by 2 sets, the biggest lead this whole game, nakita natin on set number 3 with Cignal getting an 8-point advantage over the Cool Smashers.
The coaches mentioned earlier in the pregame that they were out to really improve on their errors for Creamline and to learn how to close out for Cignal. And nakikita natin that they're able to accomplish both. Clean games for both teams so far. Minimal errors for Creamline and for Cignal. And nakita naman natin ang adjustments ng Cignal HD with that effort in the third set. So it will take a reverse sweep, like we said, for Cignal to get a W over Creamline. And that's a very hard thing to do for a team like the Cool Smashers. But Cignal just played so impressive in this third set. And
also nakita na rin natin yung solid game ng mga starters. So now it's also becoming a battle of substitutions. Kanina nung second set, ang ganda na naging double sub ni Coach Jack. Dun siya nakakuha ng puntos in that rotation. But the problem was during the end game, di nila na-close out. And this time we see Mafi Galanza on the floor hoping to make that difference as they score off another point here and take the lead here in the fourth set.
And Randy Reyes is ready with a report.
Chicky and Mela from the huddle of the Creamline Cool Smashers. The message was very clear, short and clear actually. They have to utilize or maximize the strengths in their rotation, and that's something that Kyle Negrito highlighted to me prior to this match. They have to utilize who's in front and really maximize efficiency in playing against the Cignal HD Spikers. Now, earlier in that set, we weren't able to see as many service aces as the last game that the Creamline Cool Smashers played. Rather, the HD Spikers actually had a couple of aces up their sleeve. Now, Negrito said that they've been more confident on the serve and they have to utilize that because even getting the opponent out of system is already a big help. Now, let's see if they're able to make the right adjustments or if we'll be going to a fifth set. This report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month.
Thanks a lot, Franny. And this rally continues. And we are just getting started with the fourth set. Don Katindig. This is the extra that we're seeing today. Just such a pleasure to see Don Katindig back in the PVL.
This is one of the longest rallies in this game. And it is going to end with that Goria violation. A lot of exchanges. We also saw Mavi Galanza struggling to get one place to another. But they will get this point. Clear overreach violation.
That was a hard-earned point for Creamline, and it looks like it's going to be this kind of game from here on out because Cignal does not want to extend this to a fifth. I mean, rather, Creamline doesn't. But Cignal has a bone to pick, an axe to grind, and whatever else you want to say. Basta masamaan, marami ng masamang resulta against Creamline na gusto nilang baguhin.
Impact of Don Katindig. The moment she entered in that second set, that the set of the pace of their game really changed.
Oh, that quick one, but still, Cignal will get the point.
A bit too low. We see medyo may nerves pa itong si Mafe Galanza. It's different kasi when they enter na double sub, tapos less pressure, and right now talagang they came from set loss.
And Dumabaw. That was a good choice for Galan set to go to MG. And it was a set to her liking, and she was able to convert.
Definitely a better set. Great distance from the net. The perfect height and the perfect speed for MG. Lumatria, yung block niya pa fade away. Nag-landing siya dun sa likod na ni Molina, and that's actually the spot that MG took advantage of. And back-to-back points for the interim team captain, Michelle Gumabaw.
You know, Franny was just talking about the importance of the serves in this matchup, that most of the aces coming from Cignal. Well, MG wants to change the narrative.
And they need to get that back because in set number 3, they did not score off any ace, and it was Cignal who scored, I believe, 4
Yes.
aces.
Good stop. We're seeing good defense from both sides of the court. Perez with the off-speed. And she sees that those are just as effective. And it kind of conserves your energy also, which is a concern at this point. Napapagod na rin siguro itong mga players na to.
And kasi kung mamimili ka, itong si Pons at saka si Atienza nakapwesto eh. And ilang beses na siyang nadepensahan ng dalawang yan. And so, talagang habang nakapako sila dun sa pwesto eh, nag-cut shot. Oh!
Aha! Unfortunately for HD, that was actually gettable. They could have kept that ball in play, but Staunton will score. This is her first point in this fourth set. Staunton with 24 already. She scored 32 points against Cignal that last time they met, while MJ Perez had 38. Oh. Good reaction there from Creamline. Galanza pushing it out to Pons. Pons likes the set. And she will get point number 13.
2-point lead by Creamline. This MP Pons through the block hit, finding the gap between the 2 tall blockers that she has. She's been tooling them since the beginning of this game.
Another service ace. Umiiba ang ihip ng hangin pagdating sa service line. The ace is coming from the girls in pink now, and they will get the 8 points first with a 3-point advantage in our first technical timeout. Back at the Phil Sports Arena, this is set number 4. Cignal still winning, or needing to win this one. They gave up the first 2 sets, won the second set 25-17, and they now trail by 3. And just taking a look at the tournament format and why it is important for Cignal to win this. They want to end up in the top 2 spots. They're currently in first place, but Cignal or Creamline also has not lost the game. But Cignal will still be playing
The Kurashiki.
Kurashiki tomorrow. And that's going to be a tough game for Cignal. And yun na nga, they have to conserve also their energy, knowing that they have to play another one.
Bilis ng palitan ng puntos dito. And just like that, Cignal is down by 4 points after getting the lead earlier in this set as we listen to this coach hack timeout.
Yes, coach. Yun lang, basa, tapos atake lang tayo ng maayos. Huwag tayo magbigay ng easy point. Kapitan niya, malayo pa yan, malayo.
Hi,
Apat lang. Tagayin nyo lang, tsaga.
Focus muna tayo sa gagawin natin. Okay? Pasa muna tayo ulit. Let's go! Signal! Bye-bye!
And just to clarify, the game is going to be on Wednesday. Invitational Conference plays games on Mondays and Wednesdays, so it's not your usual Tuesday. There will be a day of rest, not only for the players, but also for the men and women of Cignal Sports have been working hard. Back to the game here. Cignal looking to play catch-up here. They're down by 4. And that one, Molina gets through Mafe Galanza.
Says Molina, break down the wall of Creamline. Using the smaller blocker in Mafe Galanza. Usually, she would go for the off the block. Talagang ginagamit para palabasin yung kanyang atake. But this time, there's a difference kasi hindi na si Negrito eh. So, testing the blocking prowess of Mafe Galanza, and they're gonna have an advantage, in fact, with MJ Perez now in the front row up against Mafe Galanza as her blocker.
And it's also interesting just to note how Kyle Negrito is now the mentor to Mafe Galanza, when it was Gia de Guzman who really made what Kyle Negrito is now, just really contributing to the talent of Kyle Negrito. So ganun lang, 'di ba? Pasahan lang talaga ng ng kaalaman, ng nalalaman.
And on point, ito yung sinasabi natin. MJ Perez going for the down the line. And let's see the kind of adjustment Coach Sherwin will have if ibabalik ba itong si Kyle. Because they could lose a lot of points if this keeps happening.
And that's going to be another quick point for Cignal.
Here you see Kyle Negrito running. So also heartwarming to see both these players hugging though.
Yeah.
Kasi parang talagang saluhan system. Kanina when things weren't going well for Kyle, talagang nagkaroon siya ng breather with Mafe Galanza, and just right now, instant conversion. Kyle Negrito connecting well with Bangs Panaga. Let's take a look at that again. Great contact, triple block on Bangs Panaga.
Lead is still 3 points for Creamline. Now we know the tough serve. That's 3 aces for the Cool Smashers already in this 4th set.
Pero sometimes hindi naman nilalabas ang players dahil ayun bakit ng laro niya or what. It's really just to get a better perspective. Kapag ka nakikita mo, oh, she's not playing her usual anymore. There must be something clouding her mind. It's not her usual thought process or decision-making process anymore. So right now, she's gonna throw off one service error, but you know na it was a very intentional serve targeting that open area. So may zone 5. Sumobra lang ng konti, but right now we have Jel Cayuna with her turn to serve.
She had a couple of aces too. Good set. Another chance here. Jel will go to MJ again. Scrambling on the side of Creamline. Oh, that is outside. But touched last by Cignal. Kita mo naman yung buwis buhay ni Don Katindig really trying her best to keep the ball in play.
But look at MG. Alam mo yung palo niya, wala bang ganong follow through eh, di ba? There are players na talagang hanggang sa gilid ng bewang maabot yung follow through. But gumabaw with her wrist action, there's already a lot of power.
And the timing, no? Alam na alam niya kung kailan contact ang bola. Chinbasas this time sneaks in a point. This is her 3rd.
She needs to gradually pick up her game. this is a good sign for her. Finally, scoring off that last attack.
Volleyball fans enjoying seeing Dawn Katindig on the court. Vanny Gandler is also back on cue. There she is. And she is waiting in the wings. We also have not seen Jackie Acuna today. And she was playing a lot in the reinforced.
I believe she started but was replaced by Doria in the first set.
Oh, how about that pickup by Katindig? Play continues. Gumabaw. Back row attack. Ang bigat. Nakuha ni Kyla.
It's a continuous showdown between these talented liberos. Talking about Kyla Atienza and Dawn Katindig. But let's see. There was a violation on Staunton. They might not feel it kasi may sleeves itong si Erica, but no contest there. The point was given to Cignal.
Running attack, and Panaga had a difficult time getting that past the net.
Back-to-back points, and Coach Sherwin does not like that one.
Yeah, it's a rare error from Creamline. They still lead, but Coach Sherwin calls for time.
Mag-iingat tayo. Importante, mapalo lang yung bola, Kyle. Hindi naman kailangan na ito si MD, ito si Erica. Oh, basic mo lang. Sisigaw lang si Kyle dito, ay si Pangs. Ayos na eh.
Okay.
Ha? Hey, atake tayo. Let's go.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
All in, Creamline!
Let's go! Okay.
Instructions loud and clear from Coach Sherwin Menezes, but that does not portray the actual situation here where Creamline is still leading by a point, and they're leading 2-1. But the urgency and the voice of Coach Sherwin Menezes asking the girls to come up with more offense. Kumaba will go up, and she finds zone 6. That was her target.
Just when they need more points to close out the game, Mitch Gumabaw displaying her efficiency and attacking. They cannot allow Cignal to extend this, kaya naman they're firing from all cylinders.
That's one for Gel. Credit that to the serve. Creamline just really going heavy with their serves.
More than a spiking showdown, you also see the amount of defense that are being displayed by not just the liberos, no? Talagang ang daming players na nagpapakitang gilas on that department, allowing their teammates to also come up with this counter-attacks. Take a look at the count. Diggs Atienza 13 points, 17. Staunton with 12, Molina with 8, Perez with 11, and Katindig 22. Excellent digs.
Yeah, we just saw that last sequence, the perfect pass that resulted in that quick point and make it 2. Menezes following it up with that offensive block.
That
Or was that Molina?
was
Credited for
actually
that.
Molina. Hindi na nakahabol si Riri. Si Riri, pablakin ulit si Molina. But good thing, itong si Ces Molina roofed MG really well on that last sequence.
Staunton, good combination, but Jelka Yuna read it.
That was a bit tight.
And again!
And Kyle Negrita, this isn't the first time she did that. She actually goes viral every time she does, and that allows them to go to the second technical timeout, 16-14.
we have a Creamline Cool Smasher 2-point lead and also a 2-1 lead in sets. So this is again another important set for Cignal, a must-win situation for the HD. Talk about how most encounters between these two teams result in a 5-setter. Just saying.
Kyle Negrito actually, pagkabalik niya, gumanda ulit yung tempo ng laro nitong Creamline after being benched by Coach Sherwin for a couple of rotations. This time, PVL with that net infraction.
And a break here for Cignal to try to even things up. Oh, unfortunately, a service error, just not the right time for it.
Yeah, this is what you're gonna wish for. When you commit an error, you just get it back by another error from your opponent. And luckily for Creamline, that's what they get. Again, Kyle Negrito, just want to point out na parang nag-charge siya kanina nung pinahinga siya.
Oh,
kasi after that, talagang she looked more confident.
Oh, yun naman. Sabi ni Cez Molina, meron din ako noon. We saw earlier how really Kyle targeted the back there.
And if you can expect anyone from the HD Spikers to not give up until the last point, it's also team captain Cez Molina, who's been fighting very hard in this game today. She already has 19 points.
And dito tayo from our down ref. What's happening? Looks like it's going to be a point for Creamline.
I think this is the set where both teams have committed the most number of errors. 7 for Cignal, 6 for Creamline.
Can feel the pressure. Creamline just wanting to finish it off in 4. Perez! Oh, solid block!
And again, Kyle Negrito recharged and definitely better here in the 4th set. You take a look at that solid block. Not an easy feat, especially against former Olympian and MJ Perez, who was on fire today. And now Coach Shaq will talk things over with the girls.
Tapos, paano mo gawa ka combination ka dyan? Tapos, hindi ka baka. Taga lang ha. Ito lang yan. 1.5 time muna tayo ha.
Para lumuwag. Let's go! Let's go, Cignal!
Cool Smashers lead is back to 3, which is manageable, except we are deep into this 4th set already. So Cignal really has to come up with the goods. They have to dig deep, and they cannot waste time.
In other situations, itong 3-point lead, ano pa kayang-kaya pa But in this situation na they had yung Cignal, they really need to pull off a big streak to have that confidence to finish this off on a positive note. Just like that, led by MJ Perez, targeting Bea De Leon. Again, this is also very strategic. Every time the libero isn't on the floor, keep on targeting the middles because they're not known to be the best floor defenders. But right now, what a treat for the fans. We see a Las Filipinas player, Vanny Gandler, back in for Cignal to serve.
Good serve. Good first ball by Pons, and she finishes off. Sipag talaga, siya na yung aggressive. Siya pa yung pumatay. Pumalo.
I look at Jel kayo na every time. Pigit-pigit talaga. Every time sa kanya pinapatama ni Pons. And we know they're good friends outside the court. But if you're Jel, you're clearly gonna be frustrated if that happens to you all throughout the game.
Doria was stopped by Creamline. Pons will send it over! What do you call that? Ano bang klaseng palo palo yun. Basta umepekto. And that's what you can count on sa mga beach volleyball players.
That's right. I was gonna say the same thing. For Pons, hindi na kasi to struggle eh. Kasi for beach volleyball players, basta maangat mo yung bola, kayang-kaya na. It's a treat for them already. And again, the court sense is just really high.
Lead is up to 4. Perez. Dug by Staunton. Once again. Ooh. That one lands. Is it outside?
Let's see if they challenge that call because the line's judge signals outside. Or inside rather. Coach Sherwin signals for a challenge.
We have a challenge from Creamline.
There is a challenge coming from Cignal. Ball in, ball out. Deep into the fourth set. So this we have not seen in a while a non-5-setter between these two teams. So Creamline wants to end early, conserve their energy because they want to stay on top of the standings and play in the finals. If you win today, either team, are you pretty much assured of a finals spot?
right.
Yeah.
The challenge now is with Cignal to either win in dominating fashion against Kurashiki, but also gain a bit more from this game against Creamline, at least a quotient.
Yeah. So
Right now they have that kasi 4 sets.
So extending the game for Cignal is not only a matter of getting another chance to win, but to just end better with a better quotient.
Because those are, uncontrollables by the end of the single round eliminations. So at least sa dulo may baon sila ng mga points and quotient.
It's called inside, so that means it's going to be a point for
HD
Spikers because that fell in the court of Cignal. So it was an unsuccessful challenge. Coach Sherwin and Cignal will get the ball back. They still trail by 3. We saw a glimpse of Vanny Gandler, who was brought in at the serve earlier. Good serve by Gel. There's a chance for Cignal to set up. Perez goes! Great job by Kyla Atienza. Perez again! Good rebound. Perez one more time! What a block there. Look at Pons with her defense. And you gotta hand it to Perez, talagang being persistent there and not losing focus dahil china-challenge talaga yung mga palo niya. Ang hihirap nun pero hindi talaga mapatay.
Definitely relentless in this game today.
Timeout, Creamline.
Creamline, they're not going to take their chances as they call for this timeout.
Hindi mapupunta. Erika, you get only here. First ball. Kyla will get here. Pons, anong palo mo? O di, pwede kang kumuha dito. Huwag kang magkalaman kumuha dito.
Okay, ready lang short ball.
Okay, isipin lang natin, mapupunta yung bola na maganda. Yun lang.
We're ready for the fight.
Okay? 1 point lang yan.
Next one, let's get the next. Let's get this one right now. Let's go.
All in, Creamline!
Happy. Get one, girls. Let's go.
Cignal cut the lead to 2, but still
Still serving for Cignal.
point in this fourth set. This is definitely crunch time for the Cignal HD, but they've been here before. They're used to these conditions. This time it's them playing catch up against Creamline. Oh, good read by Cignal. But hindi with the perfect pass. Perez also stopped. Doria. Ball still alive. Oh, quick. But Doria hit that into the net. Another unforced error. It's really the pressure of the situation, I think, getting to Cignal.
That set was a bit low for Doria.
22-19 Creamline.
And right now, safe to say, Cal Negrito is really getting the better of Jel Cayunac dahil kanina pa nagkakaroon ng mga miscues on the side of Cignal, spread out lang throughout this game.
Perez again stopped by Kyla.
Erica Staunton.
Great opposite set by Kyle Negrito. She was at zone 1 and that power set all the way to Erica Staunton. Just look at her. Halos nasa zone 1 na siya. But perfect set to Erica Staunton and she converts.
2 more points Creamline's looking for to win this 4th set. And Perez tries, couldn't do it. She'll get another chance and she goes harder. She was trying to avoid the blockers. I think she will get the check ball.
20-3.
Protest then
Maria
from,
Perez.
I think she got a touch from Panaga.
And Staunton just a perfectly executed combination attack coming out of nowhere.
They are now at match point. Surprisingly, Cignal has been targeting points throughout this game.
Creamline is now in
And I'm not sure if that's a good game plan for Cignal. Ewan ko kung gusto ba nila pagurin, but she is the top receiver of the team.
Jesus trying to score match point, not quite yet. Molina going up, the block. Perez with a chase. Molina again is blocked there. Back row attack. Outside. Untouched by Creamline. Going to be a challenge.
He is gonna challenge. They might have a chance at this dahil malapit sa linya. Let's see if they get lucky.
Well, if you remember, 24-21 was the score when a challenge was posed by Cignal. Didn't get it, allowed Creamline to eventually catch up. Let's see if they get the same kind of luck. If this is deja vu in reverse for Cignal. Let's wait for this.
Oh, they did not challenge ball in,
Malinis.
ball out. They challenged
The
block touch.
And that was a clean hit and a 4-set win for the Creamline Cool Smashers, who emerged #1 in the standings for the Invitational. One more time on the Panalo play of the game, brought to you by Yakult. Yakult every day, okay.
Creamline Cool Smashers.
And Cignal was able to draw some strength in the 3rd set, 25-17, but it was not to be. 25-20 was the score in the 4th set. And Creamline will come away with a win and the top position in the Invitational. Cignal still, of course, has a chance to play in the finals if they play well against Kurashki in the coming game on Wednesday. But we, of course, are going to be expecting Creamline to be playing in the finals. We're just waiting to see kung sino makakalaban nila.
And you know, for Creamline, sa dami na napatunayan nila in the local volleyball scene, one thing that they haven't achieved yet is a Grand Slam, and this is the best chance for them to do that. They won the All-Filipino Conference, they won the Reinforce, and here in the Invitational, they're hoping to replicate the gold medal. But
Ladies and gentlemen,
we are
the player of
still,
the game,
kahit
Kyle
malapit
Negrito.
na, malayo pa. Dahil, you know, there's still gonna be so much momentum that the other opponent or their possible opponent in the finals are gonna achieve. So let's see. But right now, talking about today, they did play spectacularly here against the HD Spikers, and nothing to take away from Cignal. They put up a good fight and really gave Creamline a run for their money.
Let's turn it over now to Franny Reyes, who is with the player of the game.
In less than 7 days, once again, Creamline has booked their ticket to the finals. And I'm with our player of the game, 7 points off 2 attacks, 2 blocks, 3 aces, and 22 excellent sets. Congratulations, Kyle Negrito. Now, earlier we saw na umupo ka muna sa bench, nag-observe ka muna what are the things that you kept note of and were thinking about.
Yeah, like what you said, siguro kinailangan ko din munang lumabas para tingnan yung ibang point of view naman, yung nangyayari sa loob from the outside. So I had to take a breather and think again, think right.
Now, napansin namin na third set, the second game in a row na you guys let it go to the opponent. Ano sa tingin mo yung nangyari sa set na yun? And paano nyo to aayusin in preparation for the finals?
I think dahil din naman, wala rin naman kasing madaling kalaban. Every game, mahirap. Alam naman namin na hindi rin nila agad ibibigay ng ganun kadali. So, alam din namin na hindi magiging madali kada game. And talagang tinarbaho lang din namin and tsinaga namin. And sinubok yung pasensya namin. And I'm happy na nakuha namin yung game ng fourth set.
Now, very short conference. Sabi ko nga kanina, you have secured your ticket to the finals. Ano ang priority ng Creamline na yon in preparation for that game since hindi pa namin alam kung sino ang makakalaban nyo?
For now, papahinga kami ngayong gabi. Tapos bukas, magte-training kami. And focus muna kami sa next game namin. And from there on, maghintay kami na kung sino yung makakaharap namin sa finals. 1 point at a time pa din.
1 point at a time, of course. Now, Kyle, syempre nandito naman ang Creamline and PVL fans sa MOA Arena. So go ahead, now's your time to greet them.
Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng pumunta, sa lahat ng Creamline Cool Smashers fans na Monday nandito kayo sa MOA Arena. Maraming salamat po. Sana po manood po kayo ulit sa darating na game namin sa Wednesday. And sa finals po, go, go, go! And my family, my mommy, my dad, and my 3 beautiful sisters. I love you all.
Go, go, go indeed. May gusto ka pa bang sabihin?
Yes, thank you, Franny. And hi, Sir Jonathan, Sir Alan, Ma'am Liz Ann, Sir Rolly, Attorney Lily, and to all Ribisco family. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kyle. Get your much-deserved rest in preparation for your last 2 games. And Chicky and Mela, let's close this out.
Very happy for Kyle Negrito, and really what a tremendous showing. She acknowledged she needed the time to just reassess things, and that worked out for her. And really the respect that she gives to all the players in the field, that's something that you admire from Creamline Cool Smashers.
It's really a sign of maturity, coming back big time after getting a better perspective off the bench. So we are gonna see how well the Creamline will fare against the younger Farm Fresh Foxies, who also had such a good game today but fell short doon sa dulo, no?
And of course, the all-important game between Cignal and Kurashki Ablaze that will determine who will get to the finals. That will be the second game on Wednesday at the Phil Sports Arena. So do make sure you join us for that. And we are happy that you stayed with us this Monday for our doubleheader. On behalf of Mela Tunay, of Franny Reyes, and all the men and women of Cignal Sports, this has been Chikiro Puno. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again for more of the 2024 Invitational Conference of your PVL.